every thought that I have started with a question. And if I ask a bad question, this is the worst question. What's wrong with me? That is probably the most frequently asked question. That is, if you were to do a lobotomy of Stephen Furtick's FAQs, that I ask myself just over and over again, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Let me tell you what happens when you ask that question, all right? That question will attract 1,000,000 answers because the devil has a list ready. Oh my God, that is the most magnetic question in the universe. The moment you say, what's wrong with me? Here comes every demon from the time that you were conscious. And they will line up with the list. Oh, what's wrong with you? Okay, where do you want me to start? Okay, let's start with your physical appearance. Okay, or some, bits, you need some, okay. It's the wrong question. How many of y'all are like me? What's wrong with me? What's my problem? How could I be so stupid, so stupid, so stupid, so stupid, so stupid? And the devil's like, I can tell you I can be so stupid. Your dad was stupid. Like, the devil has a list, everything. He'll show you everything from your genetics to your jawline to everything. I mean, he'll just take everything. But your questions direct the integrity of your thoughts. So when Paul asked in Philippians 1:18, what does it matter? He is setting the direction of his thoughts by controlling the focus of his priorities. What does it matter? What does it matter? In his case, he's talking about some people who are using his uniquely vulnerable situation as an apostle who is in chains to capitalize on the situation, and he's like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because there's something in me that always wants to I'm real quick to get offended. I'm just getting it out there and telling you like this. So it's easier to preach when I'm not up here hiding stuff from you. So I am quick to get offended. And I found out offense blocks my flow. I don't like it. I wish I would have talked to Paul sooner, because he could have saved me so much time if he would have taught me that human opinion doesn't matter as much as I think it does. And it really changes through the years, When you're in middle school, you're like, this is your biggest question. It's like everything from how you dress to what you say to what you don't say. It's like, how can I fit in? And then, watch this. You go to apply for college, they're going to teach you how to put something on your application so you can stand out. It's like, I don't know what to do. It's like all the questions are changing. When I started the church, it was like, how can I get people here, right? And then people started coming, and I was like, how can I keep doing this over and over again so I don't let anybody down? The questions are shifting. But I want you to notice that before he can get into what does it mean, what you're going through, and where's God in my situation, and God, what do you want me to do? The first question is, what does it matter? What does it matter? I get so distracted. I get so distracted. My focus gets so broken. It's actually even hard for me to sometimes look around the room when I'm preaching. Because if somebody looks like, I remember one time a guy looked really mad when I was preaching, and it put me in an anger vibe of a gear. I started pulling up Bible verses about wrath and judgment and the second death. I didn't even know I knew those verses. I was just going for it. And they got word to me later. They said that man was going through a divorce. They said he was going through a divorce. I was like, oh, okay, so I misinterpreted the situation because I was asking the wrong question. Because I was looking at him going like, why does he hate me? And really, he hated his situation. But I asked the wrong question. I was starting with they. Why do they? Why did they always do that? Oh, you know it's a bad question when it includes the word always. Why do they always? They don't always. Nobody always is. My theology's better than my grammar. Nobody always is anything. So the question starts with, what does it matter? And this is where you have to write this phrase down. Decide your distractions. Decide your distractions. To realize that in this moment, the only thing that matters in this moment to me is that you connect to God and get the word that he has for you. I would do anything to get it across. I'll do camera tricks, camera angles. I'll run around the screen. I would do anything to get it across because I have come past the point in my ministry now of thinking that the goal is to be impressive. Come on. The goal is not for me to impress you. It is to connect you to heaven. If I connect you to heaven, the ministry will flow through me and all of our needs will be met. But it takes you a little while to find out what matters. And usually you don't even realize how much it matters until after it happened. Isn't that sad? You think the wrong thing matters until after it's over, and then you realize, oh, it really wasn't that important. It really wasn't that important. So I'm asking God to help me decide in advance what are my distractions. And here's what Paul taught me. Not every disruption is a distraction. Remember, this is the apostle that's taking the gospel to the world, planting churches, and all of that progress has stopped, apparently. Paul said, actually, the gospel's moving forward. He decided what mattered. Did you? Or did you outsource your priorities to a broken world who doesn't know it's right from its left, it's up from its down? What does it matter?